Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Harry, for that kind introduction. Sounds like we have some Giants fans here, maybe? And Bill, we may have some Rangers fans here too, maybe, possibly. Rangers fans? Quiet. Well, thank you for this very prestigious award. I'm deeply honored and humbled to receive it and to stand alongside so many distinguished members of the University of California community tonight. I want to offer big congratulations to fellow award winners, William Powers, Bob Epstein, Governor Jennifer Granholm, and Ming Deng. So congratulations to you all. And of course, I wouldn't be here without the incredible love and support of my wonderful wife, Pam, and my four wonderful children, our four wonderful children, Joshua, Zachary, and Alana, and Jonathan. And believe it or not, 3 of the 4 are actually here tonight. It's like an act of Congress. They're 14 through 20 years old, and to get 3 in one space is amazing. So thank you for coming and supporting Dad. To me, it was an honor to have had the opportunity to attend Cal. My father was Phi Beta Kappa from the class of 1944, and it was a childhood dream of mine to follow in his footsteps. My parents met when they were at Cal. Of course, it was also a childhood dream of mine to play center field for the Giants. But that dream never quite materialized. However, my experiences at Cal actually helped open doors, in fact, did open doors that allowed me to follow my passion for sports in a completely different way. And that's actually what was so special about my Berkeley experience. Berkeley places us in an environment that challenges us, but also encourages us to take risks, to think differently, to expand our horizons. I don't believe I'd be doing anything like what I'm doing today if it wasn't for my college days at Cal. I was a political science major when I got to Cal. I declared political science, and upon entering Cal, I thought I probably was going to go in the footsteps of my father again and become a lawyer. Head to law school. But my world actually opened up when I became involved with the campus radio station, KALX-FM. Anybody know CalX? Yeah? Okay. So I got involved broadcasting Cal baseball, basketball, and football games. At the time, it was a 10-watt station. But remember, FM radio's line of sight. So if you could see the transmitter from wherever you were, then you could hear the station. At least that's what we told people. And the good thing is, at CalX in those days, you could pretty much do whatever you wanted. I mean, you could make mistakes, and it was college radio. And it was college radio at its finest. One day out of the blue, I contacted the owner of the Oakland A's, Charlie Finley, and proposed CalX become the exclusive home of the Oakland A's. It was 10 days before opening day. Mr. Finley was thinking about selling the team. He ultimately sold the team to the Haas family, but this was a year or 2 before that, and he did not have a radio station to carry his games at that time, and 10 days before opening day. So I called him and I asked him, how about us? How about us carrying your games? His first response, his first words to me were, Mr. Baer, BS walks, money talks. How much are you gonna pay me? And I proceeded to tell Charlie that, well, it's a little complicated. Our FCC license is held by the Regents of the University of California, but part of our charter was to perform community service, so we'll carry the games as a community service. Mr. Finley said, why not? That could be fun. Send me $1 in the mail and we have a deal. So I proceeded to send him $1 in the mail, and we had a deal. I did get a call from the individual who was the vice chancellor of student affairs right after that, Harry's equivalent at the time, and he said, "I just heard a report. You did what?" But it was Berkeley, and they said, "Go for it. Sounds pretty good. Sounds fun." In order to broadcast those games, and we ended up doing 23 games exclusively before Charlie decided he needed a bigger station. My parents would drive from their Richmond district home to the Marina Green, flip the antenna in their station wagon, and listen to that line of sight broadcast from Berkeley to. There was one small complication, and there wasn't so much line of sight from the Laurence Hall of Science transmitter to the Oakland Coliseum, so you couldn't actually hear our broadcast sitting in the ballpark. My experiences at CalX, though, emboldened me to take some risks in what I did in my passions, which were sports, media, broadcasting, and politics. On the more academic side of Cal, I ended up writing my senior thesis on Los Angeles' bid for the 1984 Summer Olympics, where I examined the intersection of television, politics, and sports, including stadium financing. I had the amazing mentorship of Professor Eugene Lee, who was taught a state government class and was the head at the time of the Institute of Governmental Studies, IGS. Fantastic place. And interestingly, Los Angeles had to privately finance its Olympics in order for the Olympic movement really to continue. This was 1984, and 1976, the Olympics were in Montreal, and there was a huge financial crisis making the Olympics happen there. The Olympics in Moscow in 1980 were challenged, and the Olympic movement was threatened. So there was a private financing in Los Angeles, and as you know, it was very successful. A decade later, I actually got involved in privately financing the Giants ballpark after 4 failed attempts, really on the basis of a lot of what I had studied with Professor Lee in political science at Berkeley. And then with the San Francisco Giants, as you know, have had a privately financed ballpark for 14 years here in San Francisco, and that has become really the state of the art for Major League Baseball. So it has become a big part of the world of sports, and I think that my studies at Berkeley really provide the foundation for what I did going forward. I also want to acknowledge tonight some friends that are here who 3 of them actually had the gumption and the survival skills to live with me at Berkeley. So good friends, Tom Ross, Wayne Recknitz, Peter Branston, and Andy Coblin. So I'd like to acknowledge them as well. In the end, I just want to say that college is about making mistakes, and I made my share at Berkeley, but I was able to experiment, I was able to try new things, and I was able to be in an environment that was intellectually rich and full of risk-taking, and I want to thank everybody in the Berkeley community for making that happen as much in 2014 as it happened in 1975. Thank you very much.